Filipino tennis star, one of the biggest sportswear corporations in the world, Nike, has given Alex Eala a massive 3-year contract worth an astounding $45 million. You heard right. $45 million for a young talent who has been making waves in the tennis world. But at this point, things become really fascinating and, to be honest, quite dramatic. Nike is neglecting Aryna Sabalenka, the current world #1, who has been with them for years, while they are setting the stage for Ayala. Alex Eala is the tennis player of the future, especially in the Asian market, according to Nike, which has been keeping a close eye on her. Reports state that thousands of people have flocked to the streets to see Ayala perform. The enormous excitement surrounding her made Nike know they had to move fast. Why? Because there were other individuals who shared this passion. Adidas and New Balance were also actively pursuing Ayala, and Nike did not want the incidents with Coco Golf to occur. Remember how New Balance beat Nike at Coco Golf? Since that terrible loss, the brand has been punishing itself. Golf has become one of the most marketable athletes in tennis, and Nike let her overlook them. They were determined not to make the same mistake twice. As a result, they jumped at the opportunity to work with Ayala. Can you really hold them accountable as well? The enthusiasm surrounding Ayala is undeniable. At this moment, numerous sources assert that the deal is worth $45 million over 3 years, with potential add-ons that might raise its value even more. However, neither Nike nor Ayala's side have confirmed the official contract details. But this is the worst part. Ayala is getting more than a standard endorsement deal. She's being touted as Nike's ambassador in Southeast Asia. That's a huge deal, guys. Nike is essentially declaring that Ayala will act as their regional ambassador and making a big bet on her capacity to boost sales and brand recognition in Southeast Asia. Think about what that means. Nike is investing heavily in Ayala's future by giving her a platform, money, and a job with a lot of responsibility and visibility. She feels like a superstar since she is getting the same level of care and attention as the other elite athletes on their list. She enjoys all the benefits of being a Nike trademark athlete, including as customized clothing, marketing campaigns, and more. Now, let's talk about the big issue. Sabalinka Aryna Sabalenka has been disregarded in favor of Ayala, who is getting all the publicity and the big deal. And the difference has never been more noticeable. For years, Sabalinka has been asking Nike to modify her contract. She has stated that she wants to be acknowledged as one of the top players in the world. Before the season, Sabalinka made it clear that she wanted a completely unique outfit that reflected her position as the best player in the world. She felt that was how Nike ought to have handled her. Unfortunately, I don't think the next season will be particularly noteworthy. But what did Nike say? Her request was turned down. They declared that they would not give Sabalenka the prominence she had asked for. Let that sink in. The world #1 and multiple Grand Slam champion Sabalenka was told by Nike that she wasn't worth the cost of a unique costume. On the other hand, when Nike saw how popular Ayala was growing and the excitement she was generating, they moved swiftly to sign her to a hefty contract. The message is clear, isn't it? From tennis lovers, once more following Aryna Sabalenka announced that she will not receive any preferential treatment at the forthcoming slams. I'll discuss whether Aryna is truly being ignored by the swoosh brand. Sabalenka has been employed with Nike for several years. She has been quite successful. She has always been at the top. However, Nike declined to comply with her requests. But a young player like Ayala, who has unquestionably enormous potential but hasn't yet achieved Sabalenka's level of accomplishment, gets a $45 million contract and becomes the region's face of Nike. How disrespectful they are to Sabalenka is astounding. She has also been in the news multiple times this season alone. First, she broke her racket after losing to Madison Keys at the Australian Open. Secondly, she was widely criticized for the Rolling Girl press conference, where she downplayed Coco Golf's accomplishments. But wait, there's more to this story, and it gets much trickier. The relationship between Sabalenka and Nike has reportedly been deteriorating for a while, and recent events have only made things worse. Sabalenka has announced that Nike would no longer produce special gowns for her. She has also made it apparent that she has been reaching out to Nike directly in an effort to convince them to keep providing her with the signature item that she has been asking for. But things appear to be moving rapidly in the wrong way, and their collaboration could not even endure the rest of this year. So, what went wrong? Well, there are other factors at play. First, there was Sabalenka's widely reported loss to Madison Keys in the US Open. She struggled with it, and it seems Nike wasn't pleased with the outcome. However, Sabalenka's contentious comments against Coco Gauff after Gauff's Roland Garros triumph were more significant. Nike, a company that values its brand greatly, was not happy to be associated with the controversy those comments created within the tennis world. Nike has been pulling away from Sabalenka both on and off the court. As these issues worsen, it's clear that Nike is deliberately seeking to disassociate itself from Sabalenka. The corporation is reportedly not supporting her behavior. They are protecting their brand image and reputation in the sports sector, even if it means cutting ties with a highly regarded star. But it doesn't stop there. It appears that nothing changed in spite of Nike's warnings about Sabalenka's actions and behavior. At the WTA finals, Sabalenka was caught on camera grumbling. And there are even claims that after Elena Rybakina's defeat, she was abusing her race. I want to make this clear right now. These are serious charges that, if true, present a serious problem. Reports state that Sabalenka's attitude of her opponents throughout the competition greatly infuriated Nike, which was already unhappy with several elements of their relationship with her. It seems like the connection between Nike and Sabalenka has been irreparably harmed by these behavioral issues. The harsh comments, the frustrations on the court, and the alleged mistreatment of other players suggest that Nike may be trying to move on. Additionally, with Alex Eala's contract, it seems that Nike has made up its mind about how to spend its future resources. The timing of all of this is particularly terrible to Sabalenka. Put yourself in her position. The world's greatest person is you. You have many Grand Slam victories. You have been begging your sponsor for years to give you the recognition you feel you deserve, but they have always turned you down. Then, almost immediately, they change their minds and give a massive $45 million contract to a younger player who hasn't achieved what you have despite his incredible potential. That must hurt. Furthermore, from Nike's perspective, it is clear that they are taking a variety of factors into account when making their commercial decision. Ayala has a lot of potential and is generating a lot of buzz, especially in areas where Nike intends to grow. But this goes beyond just being a skilled tennis player. It has to do with how the public views the brand, how people behave, how marketable it is, and who can best represent it in the future. Furthermore, it's clear that Nike now thinks Ayala is a better investment than Sabalenka. Sabalenka can see the message rather clearly. Nike has moved on. They're giving their new celebrity their whole attention. It is unlikely that Sabalenka will get an offer that even approaches her expectations given this massive deal. Her relationship with Nike may actually be over. What is the future of Sabalenka? She will need to find a new sponsor if she continues on this route with Nike. Losing a partnership with Nike is a significant financial and prestige setback, even though there are other businesses. Ayala, however, has a wonderful opportunity. It is her duty to keep her word and show that Nike made the right choice now that she has the backing of one of the largest corporations in the world. Given how crazy this whole situation is, it will be interesting to see how things unfold over the coming months. In the space provided for comments below, kindly express your thoughts. Do you think Nike made the right decision? Is Sabalenka being treated unfairly? Or was this situation caused by her actions? What are your thoughts on Alex Eala's major success? Share your thoughts with me. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more tennis news and commentary. Thank you for viewing, and I hope to see you at the next one. In the end, this isn't just about money or a $45 million contract. It's about power, image, and who controls tennis's future. When Nike decided to give Alex Eala that reportedly $45 million deal, they weren't just signing a player. They were making a statement to the entire tennis community, saying, "We are betting on the future, we are betting on Southeast Asia, and we are betting on a new face, and that face is Alex Eala." Think about how. On the one hand, Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1 multiple Grand Slam champion and one of the most dominant players in the sport, is being positioned as the face of Nike in Southeast Asia with custom outfits, signature campaigns, regional ambassador status, and elite treatment. This is superstar positioning. How does that happen, brands or not? Strategic branding are emotional. Nike is examining market behavior in addition to awards, public perception, and long-term growth in contrast to the headlines surrounding Sabalenka, the racket smash after losing to Madison Keys, the controversial remarks about Coco Gauff, the tension after Roland Garros, and the allegations involving Elena Rybakina. Southeast Asia is experiencing a commercial explosion, and Alex Eala represents that region perfectly: young, marketable, composed, and rising fast. Perception is important, and Nike fiercely defends its brand image. Perhaps after considering all the options, they chose to invest in a fresh start rather than controversy. From a business standpoint, this is brutal. From a sporting standpoint, it seems unfair because Sabalenka has proven herself, but endorsements are investments, not awards. After losing Coco Gauff early in her career, Nike had already learned a costly lesson, and they were determined not to make the same mistake when Adidas and New Balance allegedly. Nike responded quickly to show interest in Ayala, and the message is now clear. Alex Eala is a regional pillar for Nike's future. If this partnership with Sabalenka continues to fall apart, it could become one of the biggest sponsorship splits in the history of women's tennis. Losing Nike would be devastating both financially and symbolically, but Sabalenka is still the world #1, and elite brands will always want champions. In the meantime, Ayala is under intense pressure because a huge contract comes with enormous expectations. The next few seasons will determine everything. Will Eala become a superstar? Will Sabalenka react and force Nike to reconsider this move? Or will it be remembered as one of the most audacious strategic moves in modern tennis? This story goes beyond contracts. It is about the shifting power map of tennis and the rise of Asia in global sports marketing. In your opinion, did Nike disrespect a champion? Or did they make a wise long-term business decision? Is Sabalenka receiving unjust treatment? Or did she drive the brand away with her actions? Does Alex Eala really represent the future of women's tennis? Please share your opinions in the comments section. If you liked this dissection, please hit the like button, subscribe for more in-depth tennis analysis and brand drama, and keep checking back because this tale is far from finished and the next chapter has the potential to completely alter it.